Guys, welcome to another episode of Interview with the Escape Room Guys, Jason and Mike. We are here in Old Town Alexandria with the creative director at Escape Quest, Turney. So you guys know the drill. 8 questions, 5 minutes, thereabouts. Take it away, Mike.
We're going to get right into it. So Turney, tell us how long Escape Quest has been open and some of the rooms that you have here.
Okay, so we are coming up on our 3-year anniversary here in May, so we're pretty excited to have made it another wonderful year. We have 5 games here in Alexandria. They kind of range from pretty beginner, entry level, good for kids and families, all the way up to pretty difficult. We rank it our hardest game an 8 out of 10, really depends on the group. Our 5 games are The Lost Temple is one of our original games, but we've recently revamped. The whole first half is very different than it was even 6 months ago, so we're really proud of the improvements we've made there. Another game we have is called The Captain's Quarters. It's a pirate-themed game.
That's the one we failed.
It's really, escape room people really enjoy that one. The puzzles are very, they're tough, but people really like that one. We get a lot of good feedback on that game as well. Then we have The Bunker, which is a military hostage situation, which we've just added some higher tech props in there that have really elevated the gameplay as well for The Bunker. And then The King's Ransom, which I believe you guys did most recently with us.
Mm-hmm. Most recently being like 18 months ago.
Quite a while ago, but at the time that was a fairly new game, and that one did have a lot of kind of the more physical manipulation tech puzzles, so for people that are more into that, that's a really good game. It's also one of our more difficult. And then I believe finally The Black Widow, which is where we are now. Which is now our most difficult game. It used to be one of our entry level. We did a really large rehaul about 3 or 4 months ago. All new puzzles, new game flow, things kind of, you can work in parallel and then they kind of bottleneck, so it's a really good game for larger groups. It's an up to 8 player game, and it is now our most difficult, but we've gotten a lot of good feedback.
So there's 3 we have to come back and do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've probably changed quite a bit. We are constantly upgrading and switching things around.
Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about the design philosophy you have for your rooms. Where do you get your inspiration, that kind of thing?
Sure. So our team is really a unique collection of individuals. We all have really varied skill sets that just kind of create the perfect storm for escape room design. I have a background in art and design. Someone else on our team was an interior design focused person. We also have a film director and production kind of background. Tech, we have construction. We really approach it from an immersive experience. We get a lot of inspiration from film and other real-life immersive experiences, like the theme parks and kind of exhibits and things like that. We really start there with the look and feel and what it should feel like and look like, and then we build the puzzles based off of a visual immersion kind of. That's the basis, and then we build everything off of that.
Kind of storyboarding.
Yeah, process. It's story-driven, visuals, and if we nail that down, the look and the feel, then we can incorporate puzzles into that environment.
The rest comes easy almost at that point.
Yeah, it makes it a lot, and then you're not trying to fit a square peg into a round hole by trying to make this puzzle that you thought of fit into this world that you want to create. It's kind of, if you create the world first, the puzzles kind of present themselves.
I think that answers our question of what makes this place a little more of a unique experience than other places. A lot of times it's just here's a bunch of puzzles, here's a story as an afterthought, and it sounds the complete opposite, which is the way we expect it to be at this point.
We really kind of take pride in, sometimes when people haven't played escape rooms before, we explain it as you're living your own movie. You're playing this character in a role, and the environment has to make sense first and foremost, and it's story driven, and it needs to feel like you had this cohesive experience. So that's where we start from, and I don't know that that's where everyone starts from, but for us it's been really successful, and people leaving with, like, they felt like they just lived this epic adventure rather than completing kind of disjointed puzzles.
Yes, I think that's one of the reasons why we used to, we still do recommend this place, specifically Black Widow, which now we can't do anymore. As for people that haven't played a game before, like we had been recommending this specific room for quite a while. Maybe that's why those people haven't come back.
But that's
all part of way harder than you said.
That's why we're getting those bad reviews. So the immersive experience, we completely agree, because that you're spending money to spend an hour away from like your daily life, and as soon as you find that one thing that doesn't make sense in the room, it just takes you right out.
Yeah.
So that's really good. It's a really good approach, and
Definitely.
one that we give the 2 thumbs up for.
Great. We like 2 thumbs up.
So what are there any rooms that you want to give us a sneak peek on, or different locations? Or?
Yeah, so we're actually really excited. We haven't actually officially announced it anywhere. We've been telling our customers, but we are opening a second location up in Bethesda, Maryland, so just about 45 minutes from where we are now. It will have 5 games there, 4 of which are brand new that we've been designing over the last couple years, and we're really excited to see those come to life. We're also putting this game in that location as well.
The original version or the new version?
The new version, the updated version. This was kind of the first game that we rehauled and rewrote all the puzzles and redesigned the visuals and everything, and we're really proud of it, and we've gotten great feedback. So we are making this our first kind of signature game that will be at another location, and otherwise there will be 4 completely new games up there. But we're really excited to see, like I said, we've had these visuals and this story and this understanding of what it's going to look and feel like, and we've made it, designed it in the computer and put together the props and the visuals, but to see it all come together in a room is really exciting, and we're at that point right now where we're putting the rooms together, and it's really cool. Seeing
Awesome.
our little ideas come to life is amazing, so we're excited. We don't have an opening date quite yet, but it should be within the next few months, and we'll definitely let you guys know when a date.
You heard it here first. Any promotions you have going on that you want to talk about?
I will say that we always have a military discount, so military and first responders. So if you give us a call, we can let you know what that is. We don't advertise the code, we do the honor system though. So if you give us a call and you're a military or family of military or active in kind of any of those professions, we are happy to offer a discount. We are also doing a special discount with these guys. It'll be the code is ERG25, and that will work for any of our rooms on any day, so it's not limited at all, and it's 25% off. So
that's generous.
Thank
you so much.
Yeah, we're happy to work with you. So
Appreciate
we're happy to have you here and share that with your audience.
Anything else you'd like to tell us just about your location? Because I'm not going to jump into Jason's favorite
Well,
question.
you missed the question anyway.
Did I miss the
So.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Like
His signature question, and I have my signature question.
So, what advice would you give to other escape room owners or people who want to open an escape room, or even designers, about how to build or run an escape room?
Sure. My advice would be, don't ever think you've got it perfect. Don't ever be too proud of what you've created. I mean, you should be proud of what you've created, but don't be afraid to adjust on the fly and take the feedback from your customers and your staff and guys like you who have experienced a lot of these games, and always be ready to change and improve and alter the games to make sure that the customer is having the best experience. We really value our customers and that they are choosing to spend their money and time with us, and we want them to leave feeling like this was the best hour of their week. So we've never been too proud to say, hey, that puzzle or this visual or whatever it is isn't working, let's scrap it and put something in that's much better. So that's my advice, is always be willing to take the feedback, take the harsh criticism, and turn it into something better than it was before.
Sounds like a good mission statement.
Yeah.
Give them the best hour of their week.
Yeah.
But I have a follow-up question. We've experienced this a couple of times. How do you feel, or is it something you all considered when you were designing rooms, about having an on-the-fly difficulty change? So if I booked a room and when we got here, you said, well, you want easy or difficult or expert?
Sure. So we don't change the actual physical games or puzzles or the structure of what's happening inside the room. The way that we kind of fine-tune that, depending if people are here just to have a good time and they want to escape, we do give them the option of kind of letting us know that they're here just for fun, and then we can, with our game mastering, and guide them through differently. Okay. So if people are here for the challenge and they're hardcore escape room people and they want to get their butts kicked by our puzzles, we'll let them, play the difficult version and do it the by the book way. But
we want you to beg to ask for our help.
Yeah.
Finish the thriller for 30 seconds. Right, Chanel? You.
Other groups, we know that they're here to have a good time, and so we adjust the difficulty through the game mastering process. Our clues are a little more instructive or a little more playful, but they kind of get them rolling down the right path. We don't change the physical games themselves because we want everyone to kind of experience what the room is like as it is. But if they need a little nudge here and there, we're happy to help.
Okay. My personal favorite question: has there been, has it happened to you, or have you witnessed someone in a room doing something stupid?
Something wild. We do have the stories I've seen in some of your other videos about the people that come in under. Had a few too many drinks or other substances, perhaps. We haven't had any real big issues, just people being silly because they're in a different mindset. But really, I don't have exact examples, but just this is this amazing study on human behavior that we're running. It's people come in and they're so tough and they're not scared of anything and nothing's going to startle them or surprise them, and then lock them in a room and the most minor, something will tip over and they lose their minds. It's just really interesting that this...
I got spooked by an animatronic spider.
Yeah.
Last time we did a room.
You're put in this world, and that's something that we love because we want people to feel like they're in another world or this experience, and every little sensation is heightened by being here. So it's just little things. Every group is funny. Every group does something new and surprising, and we've been doing this for 3 years. So it's just a fascinating world, and we love to laugh along with our customers with the things that in the real world wouldn't have had any effect on them, but here everything's heightened for sure.
Cool. Well, anything else you'd like to add, or?
We're really excited about Bethesda. I will say that location is going to have a bar inside of it as well, which we're pretty excited about. People always leave and they're like, oh, we got to go get a drink to celebrate, or we got to go get a drink to talk about how bad we did. So we're just kind of giving them the opportunity to wrap that into part of the experience. We're really excited for that to open up and to show you the growth we've had in design and the puzzles we're building. Also, if you've been to this location and you haven't been here in a while, like I said, maybe not repeat a game you've done before, but all of our games have up-leveled quite a bit in the last 6 to 8 months. So it's definitely worth giving some of our rooms a try that you haven't tried yet.
Come and use the discount.
Yeah, ERG 25% off.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for coming. Absolutely.
And I had to reset the remote, so we're just going to talk and look good for a second.